Hey, what's going on? This Hicks Uncensored. I'm back with another one. And right now, I wanted to go over this quick video that I ran across that talks about 10 signs that you're a sucker. And the reason that I wanted to do this video because I've seen a lot of guys who exhibit the exact type of behavior that he's talking about within this video. And I'm just gonna pretty much add on to what he's talking about and just go into things a little bit. So let's check this out.
Hey fellas, these are 10 signs that you are a sucker. Number 1, if putting a woman in her place makes you feel uncomfortable, you are a sucker.
I've seen so many guys who are afraid to check a bitch. Now, excuse my language. I'm gonna try to bring it to a minimum, my swearing, but I've seen so many guys who are in relationships with females and they're scared to check her ass. But not only that, they don't even know how to check a female. They allow these females to do as they please, say as they please, be disorderly as they please, and they won't even check her. To me, that's a sign of a very weak man. And I shouldn't even be using the word man because what you are is a male.
Number 2, if you're afraid to cut a woman off at any given moment, you are a sucker.
And the reason for that is many times females, they'll do a lot of disrespectful in your face type shit. And you guys will sit up and put up with it. You'll sit up and deal with it. And as I told you, that disrespect will only grow, evolve, and get worse. Many of you need to go back and look at the video I did on Courtney Clenny and her boyfriend. I'll post that link in the description so that you guys can check that out. You have got to be able to say, you know what? My manhood and my self-respect is more important than having this bitch. I have to release her. I can't allow this. But see, you have to be a certain type of guy. You have to have something within you that wouldn't allow certain things to take place with you. And for me, I wouldn't allow a woman to just talk to me any way she sees fit. When you're dealing with a woman, you kind of have to teach her how to deal with you. You have to teach her and mold her on how to deal with you. And she pretty much has to do the same with you. You guys have to teach one another how to deal with you, what you like, what you don't like, what you're comfortable with, what you're not comfortable with.
Number 3, if you let a woman disrespect you in private or public, you are a sucker.
And that's one of the biggest things. Not only are you a sucker, not only are you weak, but my friend, you're a bitch. You have no backbone. You're allowing this woman to disrespect you in private, which is bad enough. And then you allow her to disrespect you in public, which is worse. All of it's bad as far as I'm concerned, both of them. There's something in me that will not be comfortable, that will not allow for a woman to be rude to me, to be disrespectful to me. And there's a lot of guys, as I've mentioned, they're so weak, they have no balls. They will put up with anything that a woman dishes out to them. I've seen females who call the guy a bitch. Not only does she curse him out, but she does it in public. She does it on social media. Not only is she blatantly rude to him, but she does it on social media. She's putting a camera in his face, talking disrespectful to him. And there's weak, spineless guys who deal with that. You're dealing with dysfunction. And the reason that you deal with the dysfunction, because the internal of you, you are weak. You're just a weak ass bitch. And there's a lot of guys who are like this. The problem is they don't see nothing wrong with it. They don't see anything wrong with allowing a woman to say whatever she want to say because their concern is so scared that she's going to leave him. He's concerned that she's going to leave him. He has built his whole entire life around her. Everything that he does, it's to benefit her.
Number 4, if you stay in a relationship or a marriage and you know for a fact that that woman cheated on you, you are a sucker.
How is it that you're going to be with a woman and another man is penetrating her vagina? She is sucking the penis of another guy. He has ejaculated in her mouth. Excuse me for being so detailed, but I have to use these words so that you can understand that you are continuing to be with a woman who has done these things. You are that spineless of a guy that you're going to take her back. Most guys don't see very much value in them. Most guys who deal with women, they don't see very much value in themselves. That's why they put up with a lot of this shit. But when you look at a guy like me, I know I'm handsome as hell. I know that I'm intelligent. I know that I can take a female and I can make her ass into what I want her to be. I know that I know how to talk to women. I know how to verbally speak to women. I know how to verbally turn a woman on. I know how to verbally articulate myself well, and I can get a woman to feel pretty much however I want her to feel. Not just that, but I know a lot about women. I know a lot about the nature of a woman. I know how to lead a woman. I'm an organized man. My life is organized. My life has plenty of structure to it. I'm a great decision maker. So what the fuck I give a fuck about this bitch leaving and going somewhere? Look at all of these great things about me. I can get another one at the drop of a dime. At the drop of a piece of lint, she can be replaced because I know how to go out there and find a woman at the snap of a finger. But see, not many guys are like that. Not many guys know how to do that. Not many guys even understand what the hell I'm talking about right now.
Number 5, if you're in a relationship or a marriage that doesn't benefit you, you are a sucker.
Why are you dealing with a woman who's not benefiting you? Let me go into that a bit more. If a woman is going to deal with a man, and if a man is going to deal with a woman, you guys are supposed to complement one another. There should be things that she's doing for you that benefit you, as well as things that you're doing for her that benefit her. A lot of you guys are in relationships with women that you can only have sex with. You're in a relationship with a woman who you can only have sex with. You gotta know and remember that there may come a time where you really need her to do something and you're not there and you're not around. This is why I always say you have to properly know how to lead a woman. Not just that, you have to know how to be a teacher as well. You have to know how to take moments that are teachable moments and teach. You have to know how to take moments that you can use and pull out of things from it. Guys are sitting in relationships with females who are just being disrespectful to them. Neither party should deal with that.
Number 6, if a woman doesn't give you shut up and obedience, you are a sucker.
I've seen so many females, especially the black ones, they run they fucking mouth non-stop. They're always talking. They don't know how to shut up. And I've seen them do this with a lot of weak guys. Now, I don't have women who do this with me because they already know what kind of man I am. But I've seen women do this with a lot of guys. You just don't shut the hell up and you think that you know what you're talking about and you don't know what the hell you're talking about, and they don't keep their mouth shut long enough to learn something. And not just that, but I've seen a lot of females, they sit up and they listen to whatever their dumbass mother tells them, and they bring that to the relationship that they're in with that man. You have to know who to listen to, but most importantly, you have to know who not to listen to. Anytime a woman is constantly running her damn mouth, you shouldn't be dealing with her. It's not her fault, it's your fault. I always, and most of the time, I put the responsibility on the man. Why are you dealing with a woman who run her mouth so much? Why are you dealing with a woman who won't shut the hell up? Why are you dealing with a woman that every time you say something, she has a rebuttal? Why are you dealing with a woman who don't listen?
Number 7, if you live in your life to please a woman, you miserable and a sucker.
I'm of the belief, and this is my personal opinion, men today are weaker than they have ever been throughout history. However, there's a lot of solid guys out here. I don't want to neglect that fact. There's a lot of solid men out here, that is true. But you also have a lot of guys out here who are just weak and cowardly. Everything about your life is to please her. Everything that you're doing is to please her. As I've mentioned, you've set up your entire life around this woman. You've set up and molded your entire life around being with this woman. Nothing's for you. Everything that you do is orbiting around her. This is why when you guys are married and she divorced your ass, you be ready to kill yourself. Everything that you have set up and done for this woman, you've done nothing for yourself. Because I'm telling you right now, I know this and I really believe this, and I've seen this. I've talked to guys who've even said this out of their mouth. They believe that women are more valuable than men. They believe in their eyes, from their perspective, that the woman is worth more than he is. That's why a lot of guys do the shit that they do. That's why a lot of guys behave the way that they behave within a relationship with a woman. He believes that she's more valuable than him. He believes that she's worth more than him. I've talked to guys who said this out of their mouth. They pretty much view themselves as low and they exalt that female, and you gon' get whatever the hell you gon' get for doing that. This is why they take your ass to court and take half or more of what you have. And guess what? You deserve it. You deserve it because you're stupid. You've neglected to think and strategize. So yeah, you deserve it. Win for her, loss for your ass.
Number 8, if you're paying all the bills for a woman that you're not married to, you are a sucker.
You guys are in relationships with women, you're paying all the damn bills for her and you're letting her save her money to do what with it? To buy more makeup? To buy more eyelashes? To buy more weave and wigs? I've seen guys do this shit. They say, oh, I'm gonna let her save her money, I'm gonna pay the bills. So she can save her money, you can pay all the bills, and when you fall on hard times or rough times and you need help, she's barely giving you anything. I've seen it done. You fall on hard or difficult times after paying all of the bills, she's not helping you as you once helped her. She went and spent her money on eyelashes. She went and spent her money on makeup. She went and spent her money on a fake pair of lips. She went and spent her money on worthless materials. You get what you deserve in this world, whether you realize it, understand it, or not.
Number 9, if you let your woman run the relationship, you are a sucker.
And the reason that they do this is because these are not guys who are natural leaders. But there are some men who are just natural leaders. And there's some men who become them. Like for me, I'll use myself for an example. I'm not letting a woman run shit unless it's something that I have designated to her to run and be in control over. Unless it's something that I have appointed her to be in control over. I can't tell you how many times I've seen women who try to run things and try to do things and they fuck it up. They mess it up. And I'm not saying all women are like this. This is not to be beating up or speaking down on women. I'm not about that. I'm just telling you what I've seen. You're putting a woman in control of something and she don't know what the hell she doing. You sit back in the relationship because you weak as hell and you allow her to make decisions. No, I can't tell you how many times I've seen the woman of mine get ready to make a bad decision, and that's where I intervene. And that's where I provide the leadership. That's where I provide the knowledge. That's where I provide the know-how. I've spent a lot of time building my mental, building my intelligence, knowing different things, getting informed. Hey, when I know that she's getting ready to do something dumb, I say, hold on. If you do this, then that would lead to this. And if that leads to this, then it'll lead here, and that's not where you want to be. So instead of doing it this way, we need to do it this way, because if we do it this way, then this is going to lead to that, and that'll lead so on and so forth. You have to provide structure. You have to provide logic. My life shows that I'm a good decision maker. That's just my history of making well thought out, calculated decisions. Many of them who I've spoken with, they've made so many bad damn decisions. So how can I appoint her to do something when she can't even run her own life? She can't even make good decisions within her own life. I've spoken with many women who are doing terrible is because of the bad decisions that they make. I don't give a damn how smart she pretends to be. If you were able to peer inside of their lives, if you were able to sit and talk with them and they were to be honest with you, they would tell you how many issues they have, and you would see how many of those issues came from bad decision making. Big shout out to Melvin for this video. This is not to bash on women, because there's great women out there. You have to be a leader. You have to know how to lead. You have to have the knowledge to lead. You have to have the wisdom to lead. You have to be able to lead beyond your feelings. You have to be able to lead beyond your pain. Leading beyond your feelings, leading beyond your pain, that's what makes a good leader. That's what makes a good man. And women have got to be able to see these type of guys and understand what it is, because that's the man you want to be with.
Number 10, if you buy a house with a woman that you're not married to, you are a sucker.
Hicks Uncensored. Peace.